Steve, stop sniveling and coughing. We're starting the show. Hey, everyone. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Steven. This is 60 Cycle Hum/Yum, the guitar buying, selling, trading, modding, fixing, breaking, reviewing, playing McDonald's chicken sandwich eating podcast.
Don't eat right now while we're recording, Steve. You can wait an hour to finish your cold McDonald's.
Well, it's hot now.
Eat it when it's cold. It'll be better, I promise.
Okay. All right. What's up? I saw this feature today.
Uh-huh.
And
I was going to ask you as a question to get us into this.
All right. Ask the question.
I'll ask the question, and then you ask your own version of the question, okay?
Okay.
Then we'll get into the topic. Why is Reverb keeping track of every single one of our possessions? You come up with clickbait.
Mine is Reverb the guitar CIA?
So Reverb has a new feature that allows you to keep track of your collection virtually. No longer do you have to visually look at your pedal collection. Now you can go on the internet and be like, what do I own? I've got it all logged here on Reverb, and they've got the values figured it out, and I'm a button away from selling any of it.
Yep. The selling it is definitely the driver.
Over. I just nailed it.
So Reverb has this collection feature. It's actually, in some ways, it's kind of neat. I started using it.
Justice just super chatted us $5. He was thanking for the goofiness in Andy's Gear Street video. All right, go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
So I started loading stuff into mine, the things I could remember that I owned, and I got up to some estimated value. So as you do it, it says collection estimate totals. Use your estimates whenever provided, and Reverb's estimates when yours are not. So basically, if you could go in and say my Proco Rat is worth $10,000, and it will tell you your estimated collection value is $10,000. But if you don't put a value, it'll just use Reverb's estimate, and presumably that's just based on sold listings and whatever.
So if enough people add the same product to their collection and then claim a value on it, will that affect Reverb's algorithms and suggest a higher price for it than it would have normally suggested based on sold listings?
My guess is Reverb's estimate is only based on sold listings. Some of them have a greater range than others. Like on I do have a Proco Rat in my collection, and the range on it is $130, which is pretty extreme. But then, like for my DoD Rubberneck, the selling range on that is like $30. So some things are tighter than others,
right?
But what's interesting about it is basically this is a tool to allow, and if you want to take your own pictures, you can upload your own pictures. It's kind of like back in the day, back when we were really doing a lot of like flip stuff, flip mode squad. We were Busta rhyming this thing, flip mode squad.
Right. The flip never sleeps.
Yeah. There were a few people we knew who were doing like spreadsheets.
Right. Well, right? I had like a Google Doc for a while that was keeping track of everything I bought and everything that I sold, and I was like keeping score and trying to come out with more money than I went in with. Like we did a whole year of what was it, 2015 for 2015?
Oh yeah, 2015. Yeah, so basically like that kind of stuff, right? And thanks, Rick. And so you had that kind of stuff. So now you can do that through Reverb, but the thing is there's I actually found out about this to Get Offset Patreon channel Discord server, that this existed, and we've been talking about different ways that Reverb could be using this. For example, really Reverb could just be using this to determine like how many of any given pedal exist in their user base,
Right.
right?
And if Reverb figures out like, hey, a couple of people have this thing, we're seeing an uptick in its value, then they could be like, hey, we're going to email everyone who has one of these automatically. Like the AI is going to figure it out and email them and be like, hey, it's a great time to sell. The DoD Carcosa is going up in value.
Yeah. So literally, I just tried this out for one of my pedals. In your collection, next to each pedal is a button that says list for sale.
Right.
And when you click on that button, it basically takes the sell on Reverb page that normally you would take a bunch of time to fill out, and now all you need to do is put in what price you want for it and the condition. If you haven't, for a lot of my pedals, I didn't put a condition.
Right.
And that's it. If you've already taken pictures, then presumably the pictures will already be there, and I guess you could add a description. But it's like it's basically gonna cut the amount of time you're gonna spend listing this pedal in half, maybe more. So it's gonna be very convenient.
Yeah, but you still have to, like, Rip Hoffner just pointing out, you still have to do all the annoying stuff. You have to pack it up and ship it and everything. Like at a certain point, like if this hits, if people like this, then people are just going to order pedals and have them sent to a Reverb warehouse, and they're just going to have a virtual collection of pedals. And it'll be NFTs. It'll be, it'll be like, I bought this. I'm really just waiting for it to go up in any value at all for me to flip it, because I only bought it speculatively. Like, save your money on shipping and we'll just keep it in a warehouse somewhere. Like part of this feels very dystopian to me. Like I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a little bit of a weirdness to it. Right. And that's exactly it is the way that I think about this. JC in the chat says it's only cutting time in half because you did half of it beforehand. And that's 100% correct. Basically, at some point, their Reverb is relying on their user base to either get bored and drunk or bored and high and just start taking pictures of all their pedals and whatever, and just start smashing that stuff into the reverb.com website.
Here's something annoying to think about. You ever order something, or you might be the person ordered from, and you're like, man, this order went in on a Friday night. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'm not going to make it to the post office. You write the person, I'll send it out on Monday. Monday comes. Steven's eating fries. Monday comes and you're like, man, it's like, I'll fill up the gas tank before work. And you're like, now I got to go to work. And, and it gets put off till Wednesday. Like, imagine compounding that with the fact that you just decided to sell something willy-nilly and you didn't find the box. You don't really know if it's on the pedals on your board, or if it's on a shelf, or if it's in a cabinet somewhere. Like, you're just like, I'll list this. I'm not using this. And then 4 days later, you're like trying to find it, and you have to write the person who's sitting there patiently waiting to buy this distortion from you, or fuzz, or whatever. You have to be like, hey man, I think I might have lent that to a friend or something. I guess I don't have it.
That actually reminds me, not to derail the subject.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy something on a Saturday or Sunday, this is just a PSA. If you buy something on a Saturday off of Reverb,
Right,
or a Sunday off of Reverb, your clock for shipping starts on Monday morning.
it does.
So,
like, there's some people who buy their postage online, and they'll give you the tracking right away, but they're not going to ship it out Sunday.
yeah. And per Reverb's basic guidelines, shipping is 72 business hours, which means Monday flippin' morning is when so you bought it at Saturday at midnight.
Right.
I have legally until
It's the law.
Wednesday. I say like Reverb law. You can ask for a refund.
Pedal flipping law, okay?
But like basically you don't get to be a dick about a slow shipment
Sure.
until Thursday. On Thursday is the day for dicks.
Thursday is Dick's Day.
But on Wednesday, I have all day Wednesday.
I felt super bad because someone hit me up about one of my Titan pick guards before I went to Germany. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to get on a plane, but I do want to sell it to you. Here's my PayPal if you want to send it. If not, then we'll deal this when I get back. She's like, I'll wait till you get back. I get back. He PayPals me. And I'm like, I'm about to go on a family vacation for a week. And I'm looking around trying to find a box that'll fit it. I'm like, I don't have any boxes for this. I'm so sorry. And he's like, it's fine. I'll pay right now. And I'll wait patiently. This poor guy waited like 3 weeks for me to ship.
Oh, wow.
The guard out because of all the travel that I had lined up and stuff. I felt bad for that guy.
Yeah.
But I sent it out. He's got it now as far as I'm aware. So, but yeah, this reverb thing, it like I get it. I get why they would want to do it. Maybe it's a carryover from like, some Etsy architecture from the website or something like that. It makes sense in a certain way to give people like if you use Reverb a lot, you already have, a record of everything you've bought and sold on there. Might as well have a record of everything that you might sell. But I'm at like, sure. It's homework, but there's some people who love data entry as a hobby.
Well, what I wonder, and I haven't, looked at it, is I wonder if there's a way to like view other people's collections and then be like, or eventually maybe they'll be like, hey, you can opt to put your collection for public search, and then somebody can,
and then you buy one thing from that person just to get their return shipping address, and then you rob them in the night.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I guess you could do that too.
That's a bad idea, Steve. I don't think that should be an idea.
I mean, I was only thinking that maybe you would like collect, like you would find it and then you would message that person and be like, hey, let's do this thing.
Right. Well, what if if you could choose to put everything you have in there up, but people don't see that it's you, or they don't see your account name. They just see like someone has this. Make them an offer they can't refuse if you really, really want it. Like it would be a good way to kind of like figure out the value of very rare things, like you can't find this anywhere else. This person has it. They don't necessarily want to sell it, but you could make them an offer.
Michael Krause puts, it could also give you recommendations. I see you're only 2 pedals away from the complete collection of.
I noticed you love fuzz pedals. How about some fuzz pedals?
Yeah. Which, I mean, it could do that. Like, what if they, like, they could build, I'm sure there's a way to build like emails where instead of just sending one email to every Reverb user, right?
Right.
They now send 5 different emails and they go, okay, the way that we're going to tune this is people who have like more than 5 delay pedals are going to get this email, and it's all the same text, right? It's all the same body, but the graphics are different.
I honestly, it won't be 5 emails. It'll be all AI. It'll be all algorithm, and it'll be like, hey, you have a Boss DD20. They bumped up 20% in value last week. Let's tell everyone that has one that now's the time to sell. Steve's taking a chewing break.
I thought you were going to go longer.
No, I just wrapped it up.
So, I mean, I think this is kind of a neat feature, but there's definitely a lot of like questions about what is the point of this.
Right.
That's how my Amazon search
Robot
goes.
Master Switch just commented, I see you have bought 2 HM2s. Would you like to buy 3 more?
So I do, and the thing is, the other part of this is like, it's 2021, the era where literally, I had a conversation with my wife the other day.
Wait, you just said it's 2021?
Yeah. It's 2021, right? I don't know.
That's my I'm a time traveler act. What?
I kind of just forgot. I don't know what year it is.
Sorry to interrupt.
But like, I think we are all generally in this mindset where I had a conversation actually yesterday at lunch. Yesterday at lunch at work, I was having a conversation with one of my coworkers about whiskey.
Mm.
And then he opened his phone, opened some app, I don't know what app it was, and had an ad for whiskey.
Yeah.
Like instantaneous.
Yeah.
Not instantaneous, instantaneous. It's even faster than instantaneous.
Yeah. Intaneous. That's the quickest. Intaneous.
It's so fast you don't even realize it's actually predicting you.
I had something like that happen today. Like Lauren asked me something. I pulled up my phone to look it up, and it was like there was an ad specific to that thing right there. And I'm so bored by it by now. It's just like, oh, yeah, of course, it's listening to me. All right. I always try to like prank people. Well, not always, but every now and then in conversation, I'll be like, hey, I heard you bought a new boat and you're shopping for boat insurance. And one day someone's going to be like, because I always do boat insurance. One day someone's going to be like, I did get ads for boat insurance. Damn you. I think you actually have to be shopping for boats online, though, for it to work. I don't know. I don't know. I think we've solved this topic. Reverb is up to some shady Big Brother stuff. They want all the data entry nerds that do data entry for fun or have a big old boner for it. I'm sure. I could see you doing it, Steve. I could see you spending a Thursday night someday or Friday night, just being like, you know what? I've got everything in the closets. I've got everything packed away. I'm going to pull it all out. I'm going to like figure out everything that I have and keep a record of it on Reverb. And
well, here's the problem:
if you have like a clutter problem, you have too much stuff around, and you're like, well, I don't want to list it for sale because I'm still thinking about it. But then you put it on Reverb. You've done half the work already, and now it's like, okay, yeah, I did have to work. I might as well list it. You know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. My only issue is, I don't know how this collection thing works on phones because I haven't done it on phones. But I imagine, yeah, you could pull it up and you're just like laying everything out and you start taking pictures and then you're like, hey, Reverb, look at this photograph. That's it. All that build up just for that joke. Not very funny.
Yeah. You want to look at an ad?
You got an ad, man?
I do have an ad. This was sent to us by you. You found this, or someone sent it to you?
Did I?
What is it? This is that PV. No, it's a shoot.
Yeah, I found this.
Yeah,
I found this. I was looking for PVs on Facebook Marketplace.
Why?
Well, so after CoFest, Co-Down, I think they're calling it the Co-Down.
Yeah, I like Co-Down.
Co Schneider from the Flippin' Flippers is moving to Nashville, and he had one last San Diego get together. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of want to hunt down one of those PVT-20 basses. I wanted to see how much they cost and stuff. Because I really liked that bass and I liked the way it sounded, though maybe that was that Ampeg amp. I don't know. So I just did a search for PV and I found this thing, and I don't know how old these are. I'm guessing it's a newer model because I've just never seen one before, and because the headstock is very creative, and that seems like something PV would try to do more recently.
I really remember when this line came out, like PV was doing like these really interesting shapes. And I vaguely remember there was like a comic book and there was like PV guitars in it, and it was like sponsored by PV or something.
It looks like they came out around 2012.
Yeah.
So then I found this ad and I'm going through it, and
I don't think the comment section has caught what's going on in this yet.
Well, I don't know if you can tell from this picture.
You kind of can. Let me see if this will let me
enhance.
I know it's coming from my side, so it's probably extra blurry. But we're getting a reflection of the dude selling it in the guitar. And he is shirtless in this photo.
Yeah. Yeah. Scroll forward, Ryan. Show us some more pictures. And this is how you get banned from YouTube.
I don't know. Do you see enough pixels over there? Because this is coming from my side, so I don't know.
All right, you got any more pictures?
No, this is it.
Just that's the 5.
This is the real winner. I don't know. No, it's not going to let me move over to the side, which is
move. Don't do it.
Here we go. Here we go. I have to do it with the arrows.
Why? Why?
It's just there's a little bit of nutsack in there.
Hey, Brian. I'm gonna make this joke. I'm gonna make it. You guys ready for this joke?
I'm ready for this joke.
You guys ready for this joke?
I'm ready for the joke. Lay it on.
This guy's took this guitar and he sent it to Chad Kroeger from Nickelback. Right. Look at this scrotograph.
Scrotograph.
That's it. That's all I got. I'm going home. Good night. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.
Oh my gosh! If cringe guitar culture was gender flipped, we'd all be like, oh, hubba.
Here's what I don't get. Right?
Does the guitar come with the guy?
here's what I don't get. Right? Here's what I really don't get. I've been trying to piece this. What state of mind do you have to be in? What
Robert
state of
Morris says that's nuts.
What state of mind do you have to be in that you're just like, okay, maybe you're single. I don't know. Maybe you're just home alone. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Right? You do you.
Yeah.
You do you. Right? So you're down in your garage or whatever. And you're like, oh, I need to do laundry. So you start doing laundry and you're like, you know what? The clothes I'm wearing are dirty too. I'm going to strip down, throw those in the laundry, and then I'm going to go take a shower. Right. Like up to this point, everything kind of makes sense to me.
Right.
Like, do you ever go down to your washer dryer and you're like, I'm going to do some laundry, and you just strip down, put whatever.
Totally.
And then
like, if I do a bunch of yard work and I'm all sweaty and covered in, plant debris and stuff like that, it's like I go straight to the washer dryer, I get naked there, and then go upstairs and I jump in the shower.
Yeah. So up to this point, everything is logical. Now, in your case, it might make even more sense what this guy did. Do you ever do all of those things and then you look in the garage and you go, you know what? I wanted to list that guitar on Facebook today. I should just knock that out while I'm down here.
Right.
While I'm here, I should take some pictures of my very shiny guitar. I definitely won't catch my dick in any of the photos.
What? Oh, remember Adams? He had a side Instagram that he ran called Retail or Resale Reflections.
Yeah.
This belongs on there.
There's all people trying to sell mirrors.
And we're trying to sell a mirror, and everyone trying to stay out of the photo, even though they're taking a picture of the mirror.
But like occasionally he posted some that were like,
I don't believe. I'm just gonna lay it out there. I don't believe this is an accident. I think this guy, it's an intent. I think he does want to sell the guitar, but this feels intentionally.
You think he intentionally posted his dick on Facebook?
Yeah. It wasn't his dick. It was his ball sack, dude.
You think that was his balls?
That was his nuts.
I don't know, man. I don't spend a lot of time studying other people's balls or dicks, so I don't actually, can't be 100% here.
I guess it could be a dick. I think that's a nut.
Here's the real thing.
And it's half a nut. We got half a nut in this picture.
Go back to the first picture. Okay, you cut out the guy's name. I went on the dude's profile page.
I intentionally cut off his name. I didn't want to out this.
I'll just say I posted this to a group chat we're in with the guys from the Gear Slum, and one of them said, I think it was Aaron, said I
mean, the dude looks like from this reflection, the dude looks like he's in decent shape. I mean, good for him. He's proud of his body.
Yeah. He's got some stuff that's a little questionable. I think is I'm gonna say it's a little questionable. It's not really a little questionable. He has Tickleback. He has a different understanding of history than I do, and so he's got a picture of himself with a Confederate flag. Heritage, not hate. And Aaron from the Gear Slump said, "His South will rise again."
Oh my gosh. Well, it's heritage, not heritage, because he looks shaven.
Anyway, man, these are I didn't even want to flag it. I was like, this is too dumb to even be worth flagging.
You know what? It's a good price. Someone might want this guitar. I don't know what they go for, but it looks like a fun guitar. Did you notice the tuners on it? I think the tuners are fun.
I didn't notice that.
You don't see this often.
I wonder if that's the original, what the original tuners look like, or if that's a replacement.
I have a feeling that's original.
That is original. Yeah. Fascinating.
I've never seen that before, but we should have. There's novelty tuner pegs should be a thing. Like that's cool. Like I bet tactile. Like those feel really cool. Like your finger and your thumb just kind of suction into them.
This is also on Reverb.
With these pictures?
With the same pictures.
No.
Yeah, 100% the same pictures. I think there might even be more pictures on Reverb.
Oh, no.
Maybe not. It's like the same number of pictures. Now I kind of want to message the guy like, and just be in my offer. When you send an offer to oh my God. This is a rough joke. This is maybe a rough joke. This is a 90s joke.
Okay.
I want to offer this guy $69 and be like, so I saw your nuts in one of the pictures and I thought you'd be down for this offer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a rough one. I'm not proud of that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could offer that and just see what happens, and then you show up to pick it up because it's going to be local pickup.
It's in Texas. No, it's in Texas because it's.
And the guy's gonna be like, "Come on in," and as you're coming in, he's gonna like start disrobing, and you're like, "Oh no, I was actually offering that amount of money for the guitar. I brought exact change." And you know, 320s and a 5 and 4 1s. And you're like, yeah, this is just how much money I have for this guitar.
Yeah. You got any other good
code for a section, dude?
You got any other bad jokes for this one?
No, just good jokes, Steve. Really, really good.
Here's what I want to know. I want to know if this price is firm.
Shut up. All right, you got me with that one. You should write him. Okay, you have to do that right now. Send him a comment. Is this price firm? Is your price firm? Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Everyone.
Here's the thing: is I can't really do that on Reverb because it's not like they don't. If they accept your offer, then you have to buy it. If I do it on Facebook, I'm exposing myself. And
he's already exposed himself. It's your turn.
Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you. Wow.
Coombs, grab it while you can. That's what she says. Okay. All right. We'll wrap up on this ad. What's next? Sponsors? Is that what we're doing? Steve has to check his notes to figure out what we're doing next.
What sponsor are we doing? Let's do Big Ear Pedals.
All right.
Big Ear Pedals.
I've got the woodcutter right here.
Ooh, fancy.
Fancy.
The woodcutter is a
You already have a woodcutter, right?
I do have a woodcutter. That's your woodcutter, right?
Yeah, this is my woodcutter, but the other boxes that came in.
Yours is a Big Ear Pedals woodcutter, right?
Okay, I know you've got a Big Ear NYC. All right.
I do. The woodcutter is Big Ear's take on a rat, and the name woodcutter is taken from some of the old PV, probably some of the old Proco rats. You'd open them up and they'd have a sticker on it that would say what the name or the nickname of the builder was.
Yeah.
And woodcutter was one of them, and so that was Grant had a woodcutter rat over Grant over Big Ear, and this is like a part for part. The original design of a woodcutter was like a part for part recreation where he actually, so the legend goes, measured the actual like the actual measurements of every part inside of his rat in order to do the design for the woodcutter.
I like it. It's, to my ear, like a woodcutter always sounds and feels a little bit like softer than a traditional rat. Rats have like a biting edge, and this has more of like a smooth edge on the corners of your notes. On the corners, you know what I'm talking about? The corners of your.
I don't think the woodcutter is really interesting. I really love the woodcutter. It's, if you're going, I would say for me, for my ears, if you're going for like the really like nasally rat sound, I don't think it's as nasally as my rat is. But in a lot of ways that makes it better.
Right, totally. That's what I mean.
Because you're not fighting that like 80s-ness that the nasal rat sound forces you into. Exactly. That's a great pedal. Guys, go check out Big Ear Pedals. Follow them on all the social medias. Get on their mailing list. That way you can find out when they have new stuff available.
Yep. Thanks, Big Ear, for sponsoring yet another episode of this, whatever this nonsense is. What's new, dude?
What is new, man? I feel like I had something new. I need to write down things that are new, I guess. I don't know, man.
Apparently my camera's made by Kuvave this week. The internet's been really sketchy over here for like a couple days. I don't know what's going on. Like, did my service get downgraded or something like that? It's been weird. But anyways, you said you don't have a lot new going on?
I don't think I do. I bought a Pedaltrain.
Oh,
I bought another Pedaltrain. So
you
I have
too?
I have a PT Junior that is my like Caroline. I don't want to call them show boards because they're my linky. My cabling is really bad. I'm just not a cabling person.
Your collection boards, your brand.
But yeah, they're kind of like collection or brand boards. And I realized that I'm getting to the point where I needed another PT Junior to be a Big Ear board. So I got that. I bought it from RJ from Teletalks and the Just Surprise Me podcast. I need to just go pick it up from him. I already sent him the money. And he's like, well, when are you going to come get it? I'm like, I don't know, man. Don't you just want the money? Like, just take the money. But now now it's like, is he going to start charging me like rent? Since I haven't picked it up yet.
Speaking of pedal boards, I shipped out my main pedal board today to Sweetwater.
Oh, wow.
Because they want to do a video thing with me out there with my personal pedal board, which will be fun and exciting. I've never shipped my own personal pedal board before, and it was kind of intense. Like, I had like, it fit in a guitar box. I had a big guitar box that comes with like another, like when you get like the big box and then it has another box inside. I had one of those. It just almost perfectly slid in there with some room for padding on the edges. And then I just cut off the extra guitar box and taped it up. Do you want to make a guess, like how much it costs UPS to ship it UPS? I went with 3-day because it has to be there by a certain time next week. What do you think it costs to ship my entire pedal board with the? It's the salvage board with the
salvage. That's what I was going to ask, is if it was a salvage board.
Yeah,
man, like 3-day shipping UPS. that package size.
And it's heavy too. Like it's a heavy.
No, I know. I want to say it's got to be around $100.
100. Well, it's not 100 at all. It was going to be 167.
Holy hell!
But it was going to get there the day after I need it to be there. So I was like, "Can this be there by Tuesday?" And he was like, "Well, here's the new price for that. Do you want to make another guess?"
I realized I could probably just look in the email and find out. So if it was 160, I'm going to say to shave a day off, I'm going to say like $400.
Okay, also, it's insured.
Oh,
like it's insured for the value of the whole thing.
Well, did you put all of the pedals on that board onto the Reverb My Collection?
Okay, so it ended up being Michael Kraus got really close, and Eric did. It was like $260 to ship it. And like part of me is like, oh my gosh, $260. But another part of me is like, there's pedals on that board that are worth $400. And here's the next thing I want you to guess. What do you think I insured it for? Like I did some quick like head math of like, okay, this pedal's worth this, blah, 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 the power supply, and then the value of the actual pedal board.
$4,000.
Yes, Eric, the Surfy Bear Compact is on it. No, I went with $3,000.
$3,000. Okay.
Yeah, but that kind of blew my mind. Oh, Eric got it right. He called out $3,000. Robert called out $2,800.
Everyone's trying to figure out why you look like crap, and they think it's your camera.
It's because I'm 40.
If it's something else, I would be interested. We should next time I come over, maybe I'll bring my camera over and see if we can stream from your house and not have it look like. I don't think it would be your camera.
I think it's my internet, dude. It's the internet. I think I'm gonna order a fresh Cat 5 cable, because I used to have this 50-foot Cat 5 cable that I would be able to run through the house to get up to the router.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do that again. It can't be that expensive to do that, but man, if we're gonna stream often, which I don't think we are. I think next time we record it'll be normal again.
Yeah. Are we gonna? Well, yeah. By that time, because it's gonna be 2 more weeks.
Yeah. I think. Well, the next episode's not going to be live, but it'll be stream quality.
That's fine.
We need to record that tonight, but yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You just need to figure out what your upload is, man. Do you know what your upload speed is?
I don't right now. It's probably trash. It's just awful right now. But the crazy thing is, you look crystal clear to me, and on my side, I look crystal clear. So I wish I could just record what's happening on this side and then repost it later. You know. But yeah, that's what's new for me. That all means that I'm going to Sweetwater next week for that contest thing that I posted about, which is going to be a ton of fun. I'm also going to be recording some road case stuff out there. So, man, I've got a ton of content I'm sitting on. I still got like 7 NAMM videos from Nashville. I've still got I've probably got 10 videos left from Gear Street. And I'm probably going to come back with, I'm guessing, 5 to 7 videos from Sweetwater. So
yeah,
I got a ton of content to pad out the winter. I've gathered up content like squirrels gathering nuts, and I'm ready to hibernate.
Yeah, I was going to say, then you can just hibernate for the winter.
Exactly. I'm only going to do like paid content. Like, no, I'm just going to like edit old videos and hang out and drink eggnog. And then when a paid gig shows up, like, okay, here we go. I'm gonna bust out the camera and do some work. Do we want to jump to the next ad?
Yeah, probably.
Nut shot.
Why?
This one was sent to us by Chris Nichols. It is not the nut shot one. It is a Squier that is sold Miraculously, it's listed as sold. The price was $300. I pray that someone didn't pay $300 for this.
You know what? I hate to say this. Are there more pictures of this?
No, this is it.
That's the only picture.
I was going to say for a second, like, hey, maybe that pickup would be worth it, but it's not. I don't see any branding on it. My first thought was, oh, it's a wide range, but it doesn't have a Fender brand on it. Could it be like one of the SG bass pickups?
No. No, SG bass pickups only have 4 pull pieces.
You're right. Duh.
Jeez. Have you ever seen a guitar before, Ryan?
Hello. Today is my first day knowing about guitar. Is this a bass?
Is it bass?
Is it bass? My question is like, what is that material? At first, I thought it was on the outside of the pickguard, but now I'm realizing it's like a foam inside. Like those are giant cuts to accommodate that. The first one's for that giant neck pickup, which is some sort of wide range variant. And then the other one, there's a Strat pickup jammed in it, but it looks like they intended to have another giant pickup in there and some sort of foam or carpet or something inside the guitar.
Yeah, I don't understand what it is. The only way this sold for anywhere near that price is I think somebody saw it and assumed everything about this is so jank that maybe it's real. Like that's a real wide range pickup.
Right. Like if that is some sort of desirable pickup, that's the only reason this would sell for anything approaching $300. Even then it would be like, is it really worth $300? Is that pickup really worth $300? Like you'd have to know what that is. See if I can enhance. I don't.
My thought is, maybe I could figure, because one of the things that's interesting about this design is it's got 4 screws, but all wide range pickups have 4 screws. So that's, I don't know. It's cement.
Major Upgrade says it's cement. That wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, Major Upgrade would know about Major Upgrades.
My first thing I thought when I saw it is like, is there like sushi seaweed wrap paper on this? Like, what is that? What is that substance? Oh, Phil was thinking the same thing. Phil Monger said ramen noodles on the inside. Oh, he's thinking of those repair videos. You ever seen those?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a bit of a disaster.
So JC says there's plenty of older Squiers worth $300 all day. This ad actually does have the serial number on one of the pictures.
Something weird about it is that something was buffed off of the serial, like made in Indonesia was buffed off or something like that, or made in China.
I think it's made in China. So it's kind of weird, but in the same token, in the same token, this has the Fender 70s tuners, which actually might lend a little more credence that is an original wide range humbucker, or at least
aren't the original stamped Fender though?
I thought they were, and I'm having trouble finding any that aren't.
I don't think this is a real original wide range humbucker. Like it's
so maybe somebody's just grabbed it thinking. I'm saying like maybe it's probably, if it's not, we'll say it is not, right?
Right.
But maybe somebody is thought it was, and so they're just going for it,
It's also possible that it's sold, but not for $300. They made an offer.
I found a picture of one on G-Base, and it doesn't have Fender stamps on the pickups. And it's a 1974. So maybe it varies by year.
So maybe it is a real wide range, in which case, yeah, $300 would make some sort of sense.
Let's see. This is a 73 though, and I found a 73 that has it. some of the MIJs from the 80s that were like MIJ reproductions maybe don't have it. It definitely seems like, I would say, unknown, right? Maybe it could have
Right.
it, maybe it doesn't, but I could definitely see somebody thinking it would. There's certainly not a
Even if it's not a Fender wide range, it looks old. It doesn't look like a new reproduction. So someone might have looked at it and be like, whatever it is, it's old. I want it. You
well, and all
know?
we know is it's sold. We don't know what price it sold for, right?
Right, totally. Also, I just
Um,
want to say we don't have to stay on this forever, but that color of that guitar is like my least favorite version of a blue guitar. And I already don't like most blue guitars, but man, that kind of gross slate blue that they were putting on Squiers for a lot of years.
yeah,
I
yeah.
I hate it. And every time I see anything approaching it, I'm just it like
No,
it gives me
this
that
is
gross like musty dish rag sort of like sensation. Like, ugh.
there is something about this color, and not just this specific color, but also the white and the red that were in the same kind of like
Yeah.
era of Squire Bullet, whatever.
Where like you can see like in this picture, you can tell that paint is like a 1/4 inch thick, you know?
Yeah. There's something about this that it's almost like it's uncanny. It's like an uncanny valley finish where it's like
Yeah.
you look at it and you're like,
Also dirty.
something about this is just bothering me.
It's like
Yeah, you don't
off-brand
really know what
Lego
it is.
blue. All right, you want to do the next sponsor, and then we'll hit the second topic.
Sure. Let's
It
do
would be
that.
cool to score a guitar like that and be like, "Hey, I've got $200. Will you take it?" And then you do get a legit vintage
Yeah. Yeah.
like wide range humbucker. That would be a cool story. So maybe maybe the person out there who scored this listens to the show and they'll fill us in or something like that. But anyways, the next sponsor, I've got to pull up the little brand banner here. Chase Bliss Audio. I'm holding the Mood right now.
Ooh, I love that orange.
The Mood is a cool pedal. I got a Mood tank top from NAMM the
I
year that
know.
they released these. I brought it home. My wife immediately said, "This isn't yours anymore. This is now mine. I own this tank top." So I haven't worn it a single moment since I brought it home, and she wears it all the time. But the Mood is a really fun pedal. It's a granular looper noise making freak out machine. It's kind of the predecessor to the Blooper, but it's different in a lot of ways. I don't know if they make them still, but man, it's a fun pedal. And I'm glad that I have it. And I just wanted to show it to you guys. So if you want to have a cool pedal in your life that you just want to show people and have them be jealous of you, check out Chase Bliss Audio. They've been sponsoring the show for a long time. And we really appreciate that. But we also really love the brand. We love the people behind it. Joel is a sweetheart. We're sponsored. We're sponsored by the two biggest sweethearts in the pedal game. Like, I don't know if I can think of nicer people. I can't talk all of a sudden. Joel and Grant and Karen, like two nicest groups of people there are in the pedal game. I'll put money on that. What do you think, Steve?
I'm gonna think that's not a bet I'm gonna take because I don't want to lose.
Steve,
I only take bets when I
attention.
think I'm gonna win.
All right, so let's talk about your thing. You have a thing that you want to talk about.
Yeah. So this is just a thing I was thinking about today. And this is the way I thought about this. Okay, so you know what a guilty pleasure is, right?
Yeah,
Like guilty
I
pleasure
know
music.
exactly what a
Guilty
guilty
pleasure music.
pleasure is.
Uh,
Everything in my life should be a guilty pleasure if I ever felt guilt, which I don't, which is very unhealthy.
um, so I was thinking about like traditional guilty pleasure music is like, I like punk rock, but I really love this Christina Aguilera CD, but
Sure.
none of my friends can know about it. And that's a thing. And I think part of guilty pleasure music is that whatever it is about this music that is a guilty pleasure, you recognize that it's good. It's just not your personality. We've the running joke for a few weeks now, and joke fact, I don't know, is that I'm a believer, right?
It's not Steve. It's not a
It's not a
running
joke.
joke.
It's a fact.
You used to tell me you were a believer, and then like when I brought it up recently, you got all like embarrassed.
Yeah. So that would be like an example of like guilty pleasure. Like
Sure.
I don't necessarily want people to know that I enjoy Justin Bieber, right? But
so
but
you
at the same time, like
enjoy Justin Bieber.
I have not listened to Justin Bieber in a very long time.
Okay.
But but I'm not going to say that his music is bad, like it's objectively bad. And don't miss me with those. Nothing is objectively bad. It's all just art. All art is good. All art is what's it? You always say all art is valid.
Right.
Is that what you say?
Yeah, I say that sometimes. Sometimes I say everything is art, but if everything is art, then nothing is art.
So the thing that I was
art indicates intention of art. So I'll say
right.
that.
So after this 2-minute long preface, what I was thinking about was music
Steve,
that
not your longest preface ever. Like usually we're winding up for a while.
Is music that you listen to that every once in a while you're like, I just need to listen to this band, even though on paper that this music is not music that it's not just like that. It's guilty pleasure. It's like I don't even know if this is good, but I need to listen to it.
Right.
So
an abusive pleasure? Like it's not a guilty
kind of. So actually this is thematic. Almost
like
thematic,
like fringe music. Like
yeah, I guess. So we've talked about Justin Bieber, who is Canadian, and this is such a backwards way. The band that I really wanted to listen to, like yesterday, and this week, and yesterday, and a little bit today, is Our Lady Peace. Who is maybe I don't know what their most famous song is. Are you familiar with Our Lady Peace? You probably
not at all. No.
Are you really not?
I mean, if they have a hit song that I've heard, then maybe I've heard it, but I don't know the name at all.
So their biggest hit song was a song called "Clumsy" from like 1997. I think that was their biggest hit song.
Okay.
That was a big alt radio song. They've had some other songs that I've heard, but I think "Clumsy" was the biggest one. They were kind of, I don't know how I would describe that album, post grunge, I guess. Alternative. They're in that mid 90s alternative post grunge thing.
Sure.
But I don't know what it is about.
I'm getting like a Goo Goo Dolls vibe just from the thumbnail on this video.
So that's maybe the vibe. Yeah, Lurch Audio hits it. They're basically the Canadian Smashing Pumpkins. The guy's voice, it's like so there's some like big fuzz, big distortion, like really big sound guitars. But the guy sounds like Discount. The guy's vocal is Discount.
I've never heard this in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Damn, I'm surprised. I feel like the guy's voice is Discount. Smashing Pumpkins guy. Why can't I remember his name?
Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan. I want to say Kurt Cobain. That was clearly wrong. Billy Corgan.
William Corgan.
And the thing is thinking about Canadian alt rock, I'm like, well, if I really just wanted to listen to Canadian alt rock, I'd listen to Sloan. Sloan is way better than Our Lady Peace. But I just needed to hear that guy's nasal voice piercing my eardrums, and I don't know why.
You just wanted to hear that guy.
And every once in a while, I'm like, I really just feel like I need to listen to Our Lady Peace, but I just can't. Like, the music is just kind of whatever. Like, I don't think it's good or bad. I just think overall they're a very forgettable act. but sometimes you just
say forgettable. I've never even heard of them. Like that's how
apparently, man.
No one ever got around to telling me about them. That's how forgettable they are.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. That just made me think about this topic. I don't know if there's any other artists that I do this with. There probably are. But it's almost like music where you are like listening to it ironically.
Like
where it's like you're not even listening to it ironically, but it's almost ironically, right?
Sure. Like you need to clear it out of your head, so you have to listen to it to clear it out,
Yeah.
It
comes back.
I had an annoying moment, not annoying for me, but annoying for my wife a week or so back. Our son, Henry, has been running around saying, I don't like Star Wars, and saying it as like a catchphrase. And we'll be playing like video games together, and he'll be like, I don't like Star Wars. I didn't question it for a while. And then I asked him, why do you keep saying that you don't like Star Wars? Because it's not like I make him watch Star Wars or anything like that. He's like, oh, it's from that song that you put on my iPod. Because like I got these little kid MP3 players for him and for Edith.
Mm-hmm.
I realized I put Bicycle by Queen on there. And there's like one throwaway line where he's talking about the things he doesn't like. And one of them is Star Wars. He just wants to ride his bicycle. And so Henry grabbed onto that and made it his catchphrase. And he walks around all day like if something's going on, he says, I don't like Star Wars.
Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous.
Random weird thing. And so I'm explaining to Lauren in bed like why our son has been saying that he doesn't like Star Wars. And she's like, that's in that song. I'm like, yeah, here, I'll play it for you. She's like, oh, don't, I want to fall asleep. No, I'm going to play it for you. And I played Bicycle until it hit that part. And I was like, see, he says it. And she's like, I believed you.
And now, Jack, you just fell asleep, you asshole. You fell asleep. And for the next 2 hours, she just laid there in bed going, I want to ride my bicycle.
I want to ride my bike. I need to get more music on my son's iPod. He's starting to like memorize lyrics and stuff. He loves the song Tricky by Run DMC.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
He loves it. He's starting to like recite the lyrics and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. So do you have anything that you could think of that would fit this?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know it now. Like there's no song where I need to hear it to clear it out on a regular basis, but there'll be songs that I remember every now and then, and I'll be like, man, that song is so stupid. I have to listen to it. Oh
no, that's like that's a perfect one.
I've been on a weird Groove is in the Heart kick for a while. And when I plug in the Fender Micro and practice with headphones when I'm jamming on the couch, I'll be like, can I jam along to Groove is in the Heart?
Oh my god.
I've tried multiple times to jam along to Groove is in the Heart. Exactly, Amanda said. Delight is the name of the artist.
No, that's there's
a lot more to that song than you might remember because you think it's just Groove is in the Heart, but there's a lot of parts to it. Like it goes places.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, another example of this actually, and I actually posted about it in the group maybe like a month ago, is Wheatus. Actually, I talked about it on the show. Wheatus. I listened to the whole album that Teenage Dirtbag is on. I don't recommend it. Teenage Dirtbag might be one of the best worst songs ever. Like it's such a great execution. It's such a the guy is so bad he becomes good again.
The thing about Teenage Dirtbag is that when it came out, I didn't realize it was an emo anthem. Like it's become an emo anthem. Yeah, in my head then and still now, it's a novelty song, and it makes sense as a novelty. It makes sense as a novelty song, but I've seen people like claim it as like, oh no, this is a defining moment for like popular emo music. And I'm like, really?
Who are those people, and how do I
Let's
kill
find
them
them.
without the government finding out?
No, I want
you
if you want a Congressional Medal of Honor, the government has to know.
It's like you need to kill them to defend novelty music. I need to kill them to defend emo.
Like I was getting like sort of kind of Rug Burns meets Ween vibes off of it.
Yeah, no,
You know?
that's a perfect. They are, and you know what Wheatus is? Wheatus is like edgy Jason Mraz.
Are they edgy?
Well, they're edgier than Jason Mraz.
Does he always sing in that voice?
Yeah, that's his real voice.
Okay. Because I assume that voice was like a novelty thing.
No, that's his real.
Like, that's awful. Like, it's not like I hate emo singing, but it's such a character voice that I don't even associate it as an emo voice or even like a pop punk voice. Like, it's something completely different.
No, that is his voice.
I'm trying to remember some other good songs from like the mid 90s that were earworms. Steal My Sunshine. I love that little
like he does a more affected version of it, I guess, on Teenage Dirtbag, but that's his voice.
Sure. Right,
He's not pretending. Yeah, Geronimo says it's a Teenage Dirtbag voice.
That's why I thought it was a novelty thing. Like, I'm singing like a teenager sing. Oh my gosh. Major upgrade. Jesus, he's commented, Jesus Jones right here, right now. Man, I was hung up on that song for a while, like a year or two back.
I don't know anything else by them, but I feel like that's a good song. Is that not a good song? Is it a bad song?
It's a good song, but I think people are starting to comment their earworm songs so they can't get out of their head. Oh my God. Yeah. Club thumping. Ooh, it's been too long. I've been meaning to follow up on this. I keep hearing people say that Chumbawamba, like all their other songs are like super duper political, and Tub Thumping just is the one that blew up, and it's like it's nonsense, you know. Like it's like the feel good drinking song that everyone has, you know, in the jukebox, but like all their other stuff is like hard left Marxist stuff. Like I've been meaning to check it out. Like, is it just the lyrics, or like do the rest of their songs sound like, you know, Tub Thumping?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I think Tub Thumping itself is supposed to be some kind of like working class anthem of like the government and whatever is like kicking the shit out of you on a daily basis, but you just keep getting up, and getting a pint at the bar every night is how you survive.
Yeah.
I don't know what an anarcho-syndicist is. An anarcho-syndicist sounds like something out of Star Trek.
Sounds like something out of Batman. Sounds like something a Batman villain would identify as.
Yeah, so I don't know.
This person says that Chumba was a nihilist band. Well, now I really want to check them out. Like nothing in life matters. Like everything is meaningless. Let's have a drink.
I feel like there's more music that falls on this, and it tends to just be music I'm going to listen to this while I'm at work.
Sure.
And it's
Possum Kingdom, the Toadies. Possum Kingdom is a good one.
That's a great song.
It is a great song.
I think. See, these are great songs. For the reason of being.
They're still earworms, though. You know, like
in
your head. I know that's not what you originally wanted to talk about. You wanted to talk about songs that are so bad, but you still want to listen to them.
Yeah, where you're just like, you wake up one day and you're like, I'm going to listen to Our Lady Peace today. I don't know why. I don't even like them, but I need to listen to that.
sometimes I want to hear the theme. I mean, I play it sometimes, but sometimes I want to hear the theme, like the actual theme to Top Gun. It's just ridiculous. Like Doug Cower was on that trip for a while. Like he would play the music video for that theme, like during the workday. It's ridiculous because there's a music video for it, but the whole song is just one riff. It's literally one riff that just keeps changing key every two bars.
I'm trying to remember what the Top Gun theme song is now. Right.
Like it just keeps going higher and higher and higher. It never stops the entire song. And there's a music video of the guy standing in an airplane hangar around planes playing it on guitar, and he just keeps getting more intense as he keeps raising the key. And it's not a joke, but it's hilarious.
Eve 6 has been dropped in there. I feel like Eve 6 is in that ballpark. Lit might be in that ballpark.
Oh yeah, Lit. I have a memory. I went back in the day. I went to Lose Records with my sister, and we were buying CDs. And she holds up 2 CDs, and she's like, "Which one should I buy?" One was Lit, and one was No Doubt Tragic Kingdom. And even then, I knew, don't buy Lit. Just don't buy Lit. Like, buy Tragic Kingdom. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't buy Lit. Come on.
I'm trying to remember what their what was the name of their? Oh, My Own Worst Enemy. My Own Worst Enemy. That's right.
Yellowcard. Yellowcard was that local band, right? That Sean was
no
in?
Yellowcard's from Sean.
What was the name of his band? It wasn't Yellowcard then. It was something else. I can't remember.
Who's Sean?
He was. What was the name of his other band? You would know who I'm talking about if I could remember his last name. He was in that whole bad.
Sean O'Connell?
Yeah.
From Reeve Oliver?
Reeve Oliver, but he had a different band name after Reeve Oliver.
I
thought it was Yellowcard, but it's not, is it?
No. What was their name?
I haven't thought about that guy in forever. Steve is looking it up right now. Let's move on to. Do you want to do housekeeping, and then we'll do the last ad?
Oh, it doesn't help that his name is Sean O'Donnell, not Sean O'Connell.
Oh my gosh, there's an earworm right there from Robot Master Switch commented. Gay Bar from Electric Six. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I know that one.
Electric Six is a band that's 2 dudes, bass and keyboard, and man, they pump out some jams. But Gay Bar is just them shouting over and over again, "I want to take you to a gay bar, a gay bar, a gay bar," and it's fun. It's a fun song.
Damn, Sean O'Donnell was in Yellowcard. When was he in Yellowcard?
See, I knew it.
But I don't think he was like. When was he in Yellowcard?
In the early 2000s, dude.
No, he was in Yellowcard in like 2011. He was in Yellowcard after they nobody cared about them anymore. Are you thinking of? He was in Dogwood in the early 2000s. Are you thinking of Dogwood?
No, he was in Dogwood. No, I'm not thinking. No, like maybe Reeve Oliver was playing shows with Yellowcard or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember
anyway,
seeing him play in Yellowcard at some local show.
Weird.
Yeah. All right, housekeeping. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, we didn't do this last week, so we should do it this week. Housekeeping. We want to thank everyone who supports us over on Patreon. Patreon.com/60cyclehumpcast, where for as little as $1 a month, you can support the show and pay for Lauren's COVID treatments. I'm just kidding. Am I kidding? I think I'm kidding.
She's doing much better, by the way. Today she was running around the house like rehanging curtain rods and like cleaning things and painting things and stuff. She's doing fine. She just can't taste or smell.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna go down the list. It's been a while, but at the dollar level, we've got Luke Theophilus and Peter Rich. At the $5 level, we've got Raw, who's in the chat tonight. Gerhard Grove and Greg McElroy. And upgrading to the $10 level, we got Dan Pratt, who is joining us with Joel Brodeur. So there you go. That's our Patreon, new Patreon subs
Nice.
for this last time period. And that's that.
Yeah. Here's an earworm you guys can go check out. There's a band called the Greenskeepers. I'm pretty sure that's the band. And they have a song that is basically made up of quotes from Silence of the Lambs, Buffalo Bill quotes, and the theme of the song is "Put the lotion in the basket," and it's a bunch of fun. It's a really fun song to listen to.
Okay. If you say so.
Put the lotion in the basket. Like, it's a fun song. Like, it's like up tempo and cheery, and that makes it extra creepy. All right. So last ad, Michael Kraus sent us a couple ads on the Facebook group, and it was all just focusing on this one seller. It's like, this guy's selling some cool stuff, and this was one of them. I agree. He's selling some cool stuff. We actually covered one of his ads on a previous week from the same seller. Oh, it was that SG that was converted into a baritone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I just thought this was cool. If this was local, I'd be sitting there like, rubbing my beard, like, maybe I want to check this out. It's probably not going to sound. It's a reverb unit. It's a solid state reverb unit.
And you plug in it, you plug into it, and so it goes into your front end.
Yeah, it goes into your amp. You see, there's an instrument plug, and there's an amplifier plug, and there's a foot switch plug. It has a color knob, a reverb knob, and a great big launch the missiles red power button. I just think it's kind of beautiful. Like, I love it in like a design sort of way. I love the big Futura typeface here. It's just really cool looking. I have a feeling it doesn't sound anything like what I would want it to sound like, it being like a surf reverb or something like that. But what if it sounds good on its own? Not just, it doesn't have to sound like a surf reverb. It could just sound like a really cool, weird solid state reverb.
I'm wondering, did you look up what this is at all?
No. It's a Unicord Univerb.
Found one on Reverb. They have a 1967.
Yeah, it's a reverb. You're gonna find it on Reverb because it's a reverb.
All right. Hard to find solid state reverberation unit, gently used. From surf to sci-fi, this awesome unit delivers with all pure 50s, 60s reverb. So it's like from the late 60s thing.
This is a piece of late 60s year. This one is 1967. You could own it for a few $100. 375 is what this guy wants. 325. I can't see from the pixels. 325 is what he wants.
Selling my sound super lush with a warm, distinctive reverb that sounds like nothing else. Pure 60s surfy, psyche, solid state reverb that I have not heard through any other reverb units. Amazing recording tool.
Interesting. How much is it on reverb.com?
The one that came up on Reverb was sold, and it was listed for $150.
Well, damn, that's what I want to pay. If this was $150 shipped, if it was $200 shipped, I might pull the trigger right now. That's cool. I actually, on my recent Fender video, on the recent Strat video, I did something I've surprisingly never done before, and it sounded amazing. I did a wet dry rig with my Fender reverb unit
because
I ran I ran both Princetons with only the reverb unit going into one of them. And it's true, guys. It's all true. Wet dry rigs sound amazing. Like I had that reverb like cranked, like super, super drippy, but mixing the two amps together, one super drippy and one dry, like you got the best of both. I got that really deep, drippy, saturated reverb sound, and I got all the clarity from the dry amp. And like, oh my gosh. Like that's the sound I need in my life now. So now I'm thinking like I'm going to use that reverb unit in demos all the time now because it sounded so good.
Backing up a second, Ryan, how many Princetons did you say you had?
2.
Okay.
Princeton, sit behind me, baby. That's what I said now.
All
right. I did on there's a couple Princetons on our local Craigslist, and I've stopped and looked at all of them. I might have a problem. Like when you like something, every time you see one pop up, you're like, oh man, another Princeton. Yeah, I want another Princeton. There's a silver face drip edge one that doesn't have the reverb, just the Princeton, and someone wants $2,000 for it. I'm like, that'd be fun.
There's a 75 vintage of 75 reverb for also $2,000. There's not a lot of them. There's only 3 of them up right now, which I'm sure you've looked at all 3 of them.
I've looked at all of them. All right. Well, let's wrap this up. We're not going to play a song this week because it always sounds terrible across the live stream. But we'll probably play one next week. So stay tuned for that, guys. And you know what? Stay grounded. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Never played the intro at the outro before. That's fun.
That was weird.
Bye, everybody.